doing?
Yeah, tell us the war on rats story. You were...
Well, during the war, to save grain for war purposes, they had a program that you would get a nickel a tail if you brought rats, a tail, just a tail. You didn't have to bring the whole rat in. And John Rieger on Main Street of Seaforth, which had a trucking business at that time, and it's in where the Foodland store is today.
Oh, okay.
That is where the building was.
Mm-hmm.
And you would catch rats on your farm or whatever, and you would take it in. And if you caught enough, you could pretty near get enough for meals out of them. And myself, I participated in it on what they called a tannery, which was just a big long building before you went over the Eglinville Bridge heading south. And it was overrun with rats because it was cow hides and horse hides and
Sure.
all that kind of stuff in there.
Yeah.
And try to catch the rat, we would take a barrel and fill it pretty near full of water, and then put a little grains on top of it, and put a plank up that the rats could run up the plank, and they think they're getting into a big bowl of food, and turn out it was mostly water, and of course they drowned it. And then we would just go along and scoop the rats out and cut the tails off, and then throw the carcass over the bank at the tannery at that time.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then we would take it up and we would get a nickel a tail. And as kids, that's how we got our way into the shows and bought ourselves a treat and stuff like that.
Sure.
But John Rieger, when you took them in, he would count them and pay you your nickel a tail. Then he had shelves built on the side of the wall that he would put the tails up in bundles, but he salted them before he put them into a bundle. Now, whether it was 2 dozen in a bundle or whatever it was, and he kept them up in there, and I presume there must have been a government official somewhere along the line for him to recoup his money back.
Oh, yeah.
And as you were, all our sports teams and that were all nicknamed River Rats.
Oh.
Because we lived on the river, and we were river rats, and if we come uptown, the boys uptown, they were sewer rats.
Interesting. So was that the time frame? Like that story's in '44. So you said it was during
in
wartime.
that era, yes.
Yeah, it was during the
war.
second.
Yeah. Yeah, there was all kinds of programs they had during the war to help the war purposes. And, one was going around and cleaning out drive sheds for salvage programs, and they would donate the salvage to whoever.
Yeah.
And,
That was metal salvage.
yeah, metal.
For
old binders and mowers and whatever wasn't being used at that time.
yeah, they gathered that up.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
That's awesome.
So that's about the tale of the tale of the tales.
There you go. The tail.
That's awesome.
Perfect.